Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel Center. The tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Completes it to Lee. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Welch. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Phillips. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. 54.
They'll run for the first time with a former Buckeye, Mike Weber. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Got it. 56 is the mic. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Let's go.
They run for the first time with Benny Snell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Now Weber. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll drop the throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith trying to run inside, but nothing there. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A 1st down carry for Smith. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Ready, set. 56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. 5.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd down, Turner. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Ready up.
On 1st and 10, Welsh. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That's good for 28 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Hey, Sam up!
Smith trying to run for it, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Ito Smith, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Hey, watch. Hey, Delta.
Here's second and 8. And his throw here's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They're not ready for this, man. Ready?
On first down, Welch. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. 6-0 our score after 1. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, first and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Stay with your man.
Now the backup Kaiser to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On the ready.
Throwing on first down. Welsh. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll toss it to Smith. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So from not less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Bravo.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's the 2nd and 7. And a completion to Wilson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd down, Weber. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for Weber. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
22-jet bombers. 22-jet bombers. Now.
He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you just...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Zerline good with a PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post, but we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 25-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, it's Smith. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. That's it.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. To throw on third down, Welch. And that's caught by Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. A give to Smith out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Smith, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Let's go.
To throw again. Welsh. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Ready, ready! 18 Gator. Hey, exit. Recon, 132 fighter.
Second and 1. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pilot, 64, weak. Now.
He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Topper, ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Wilson has it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
He can't hang.
2nd and 10. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Check nickel. General West. Hey, seam 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Break 61, matchbox lights. Spot to go.
Now a give right side. Weber. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mike Weber, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long. Second and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Welch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Down, 90, Wolf.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
You can't block me. Get it.
On second down, it's Weber. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Look at me. Door.
Check the backer.
80 weapons. 5.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the lead up to 14. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
On first and 10, Welsh will set up the screen to Smith. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 3. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
And the Bengals first down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down, Smith. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. 70, Indy. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Beat them. Beat them.
Again, it's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Welch. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Rodney Anderson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on second and just a yard. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10.
Go now. 30 base. Leo.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught. It's Wilson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a give, right side. It's Weaver. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Wilson's got it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll look to throw here. Incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's me.
56.
Here's Weber. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
At the 36-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 60 outlaw. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They're going to look to throw. He completes it to Wilson. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Weber. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
90 Wolf.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Here we go.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll go with the keeper, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready? 50, plant. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go one more. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Get it.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Ready, break. 6 by 56. Hey, come on, now. Come on, now.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Pittsburgh, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a